The SA government is providing a COVID update.
South Australians who haven't travelled anywhere but are being very mindful of watching out for respiratory symptoms and are getting tested when they have those symptoms. So thank you. Just also to note, as a summary, and people will be aware of the situation up in Queensland of the UK variant, the B117 variant, which we know is more transmissible. We have had 4 cases of that in our state. 2 of those people have been cleared and are now out of isolation, but there are still 2 in our Medi hotel. We are very concerned about this particular variant, and as people who have been following the Commonwealth and the national media, things are being put in place to help protect Australia from having this variant take hold here. And similarly, this is the reason why Brisbane, on the basis of just that one case, or Queensland, on the basis of that one case, had Greater Brisbane in a 3-day lockdown. And whilst they have lifted that lockdown, they are still requiring people to wear masks. So there's mandatory mask wearing in Greater Brisbane, plus a range of other restrictions and caps on their gathering sizes. So we have met as a transition committee today, and we've looked at the epidemiology and the case numbers both in New South Wales and also what is happening up in Queensland, and we have not made any changes, so there's no changes to any border arrangements at this stage. So people coming from Greater Brisbane, they're not being stopped coming from Greater Brisbane, but will require a 14-day quarantine period coming into our state as well as testing. Now, what we have based that on is the number of people that have gone into quarantine, and Queensland has done a very good job getting, as they understand it, as all of the close contacts that they've been able to find, and also quite a large number of casual contacts into quarantine. They haven't got everybody's test result back yet, and so we were mindful of that when we made that decision today. But I am very keen to have that border arrangement lifted, and I will be getting further information at AHPPC tomorrow to make us feel fully confident when we change our border arrangements. From the perspective of New South Wales, again, we are closely monitoring that situation. Unfortunately, there have been some more cases there, and whilst it isn't the UK variant, please remember that no matter what form of COVID it is, no matter which variant it is, still would be very significant for us in South Australia if we had any community transmission, and we would rather remain in our current state, obviously. So, as I said, I'm expecting further information in the next 24 hours. So I'm very happy to hand over to the Deputy Police Commissioner to fill in any further details, and also the Minister is here as well to answer any questions.
Okay, we'll leave that press conference there. That is in South Australia. No changes to the border arrangements with South Australia at this stage. So people coming from Greater Brisbane will require quarantine for 14 days and testing. And those in New South Wales, that border arrangement remains in its current state as well, but is being closely monitored. So that is the situation with South Australia.